Hello, and welcome to our Flip video lesson 3.10, Gold and Salt. And the recorded links will be posted here as soon as the recording is done. Learning objectives of this lesson. Describe the role and importance of trade in Ghana's power. Introduction, the importance of trade. Student guide questions are on pages 392 to 394. Important vocabulary to help you understand this lesson will be at the end. And then it is important that you complete your Human Odyssey reading pages 486 to 493. As always, the reading ties in the lesson, so it's super important that you have that completed. Introduction, gold and salt. Can you imagine a time and place where salt was as valuable as gold? Find out, sorry about that. Let me put this up here. There we go. Find out about the Soninke people in Ghana and read a story about trading gold for salt. So go ahead and open your student guide to page 393. And I don't have these questions numbered, but each of them has its own separate page except for questions number 8. Let's see. Questions number, I believe it's 7 and 8. Are on the same page, but I'll let you know that when we get to it. So describe the location and physical features of Sudan. The Sudan is a vast fertile grassland dotted with bushes and occasional trees. It is a hot, dusty region that lies between the Sahara to the north and the equatorial rainforest to the south. The Atlantic Ocean washes its western edge. The upper valley of the Nile stretches to the east. So you can go ahead and take a look at that map there. And that kind of gives you an idea of where we're talking about. And then the picture gives you an idea of what it looks like there. Definitely different than Ohio weather, that's for sure. Name the two great Sudanese empires in the western art of their region. What led to their wealth? So the two great Sudanese empires in the western part of the region were Ghana and Mali. The empires grew wealthy by controlling trade with the Arabs of North Africa. And we've talked about several times how important trade was, not only economically for financial reasons, but also for spreading of ideas, cultural diffusion, all of those things. Where is Ghana located? Ghana was situated on the savannah near the headwaters of the Senegal and Niger rivers. And you can see right here, I have a little arrow pointed to it. Okay, right here. So here's Guinea, Nigeria, Mali. Okay, it's right here on that outer part, kind of juts out. Okay, and then here's Ghana right here. Okay. All right, next one. What is a clan? A clan is an extended family group descended from a common ancestor. The Soninke clan lived in Ghana. How did Ghana reach the height of its power in the 10th century? Ghana reached the height of its power in the 10th century by controlling trade in an area approximately the size of Texas. The region was blessed with an abundance of iron and gold, which lured traders from the Sahara. Gold and salt were abundant. And so abundant, that means there was a lot of it. Like that first picture I showed you on the beginning of this flip video, there was a horse there licking salt. We would never have a horse wasting gold, right? Because we think of gold as being so precious. But gold and salt were both extremely abundant. There was lots of it. How did iron make Ghana powerful? Skilled blacksmiths crafted iron ore into tools for farming and weapons for war. The Soninke boasted that Ghana had 200,000 soldiers, 40,000 of whom were archers equipped with iron-tipped arrows. Ghana's weaker neighbors could not stand up to an army of that size, so Ghana grew into an imperial power. And when you are finished with this flip video, you can look back through the notes. There's a link here that you can click on that is just a video of blacksmithing. If you're not familiar what blacksmithing is, there's a video there that you can watch. And that's at Hale Farm, which is here in Ohio. So if you ever have an opportunity to travel there, perhaps you will be there at the time of the blacksmith presentation. What two items did trade in Ghana focus on? Ghana. I always want to say Ghana because it's here in Ohio. Why would the Soninke people exchange gold for salt? The trade in Ghana focused on two items, gold and salt. Gold could be traded for salt, which was used to preserve food and maintain health. The people needed salt to replace the salt that they lost naturally through perspiration, through sweating. They used salt to make the food tastier and keep it from going bad. In Ghana, little salt was available locally, so the Soninke people had to get it by trading. So again, we think about trading salt for gold. That seems insanely crazy. but they were both extremely valuable. And obviously, if the salt, let me go back here, the salt helped to preserve the foods. No matter how much gold they had, if they didn't have food and they died from starvation, the gold wouldn't really make a difference. What are some other items that were traded in the markets of Ghana? Oh, that was the one that was questions 7 and 8. Let me go back there real quick. You can see there are two questions there. What two items did they trade, and why did they exchange gold for salt? So that was questions 7 and 8. Okay, no, they're not numbered. All right, question 9. What are some of the other items that were traded in the markets of Ghana? The Muslim merchants brought robes from Morocco, red and blue cloth from Spain, silks from all over the Islamic world, and cowrie shells from the distant Indian Ocean. In exchange, Sonaque traders at the Ghana market offered ivory, hides, and koala nuts, as well as slaves from their contacts in remote southern territories. And so this is kind of a topic that you're going to talk more about when you get to 7th grade history, and more when you get to 8th grade American history. 7th grade is a continuation of world history. 8th grade is more American history. But when we talk about slave trades, we talked about it when we talked about ancient Egypt. When we talked about our very, very early civilizations. Unfortunately, slavery began really at the beginning of civilization as far as we know it. Unfortunately, does still continue on in some remote areas of the world today. But a lot of times we just think of that as a certain time period. But unfortunately, it spanned a large period of time. All right, and what was silent trade? Silent trade is bartering or trading without speaking. And this is just kind of a funny cartoon. I wish I had a rock. I wish I had a stick. And so obviously the silent thing there would be they would trade. And silent bartering, trading without speaking, why would they do that? There were different languages. And so sometimes the languages didn't match, they didn't understand. So they basically had to say, hey, I have a stick, I have a rock, you want to trade? Obviously they didn't probably trade rocks and sticks, but nonetheless, you get the idea. Okay, vocabulary is key to understanding. Griots, which you'll actually have this word for tomorrow's lesson or the next lesson as well, but I thought it was important to introduce here. Storytellers and history keepers of many Western African civilizations. Sonaque were a member of people living in Mali and Senegal. Abundance is very large quantity of something, or if you have something's abundant, you have a large quantity. And then the 10th century is 901 AD to 1000 AD. Reading is key to understanding comprehension. So for today's lesson, you have pages 486. There we go. Here we come to our quote section for today. Many people lose their tempers merely from seeing you keep yours. So good little thought to remember there. And thank you so much for joining me today. Never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why we call it the present. Have an amazing day.